My name's Bill Haywisher, and I'm instructor for the SEED class at Sydney City Schools. And SEED is an acronym for an acronym. It's a STEM-based class that we teach, which STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And we've modified that acronym into SEED, which is Science, Engineering, Enrichment, and Discovery. It's basically an environmental awareness course that encompasses all different kinds of human interaction ecosystems, including biotechnology. We talk about food production, just trying to help the kids develop a conscience about the environment based on science and fact rather than just what they heard. This particular program, this class, is funded by a 21st Century grant that the Shelby County ESC applied for several years ago. It's a 5-year grant, and we offer this class one semester at a time, and we change kids each semester. The funding is entirely through the 21st Century grant, does not include any public money from Sydney City Schools or the Shelby County ESC. The interesting thing about this program is that it's offered after hours or outside regular class time, which means that the kids from the day school that are in this class are doing this past 2:30. We're scheduled from 1:45 to 3, 4 days a week. I also teach in the Opportunity School, which is a Shelby County ESC alternative program, whose class time is from 3 to 7. And so the kids from this program that are in the SEED class are there ahead of schedule from 2:30 to 3. So we cover all bases in that 2:30 to 3 time, and what we have is a combination of at-risk kids and highly achieving kids in the same class, which makes for an interesting mix. It's been pretty successful, and we've had some kids come through the program that have been exposed to things they never would have been exposed to before. And we also have a student that was in our first class that got a full scholarship to Wright State in environmental engineering, which we think that this class was maybe the last point on her resume that got her that scholarship. So it's been fun doing, and the grant will carry this program for another 3 years. And at that point, we're still looking for some public funding to continue the program past the 5 years. One of the positive things about this program is we've had a lot of input from community leaders, and we have an advisory board that includes people from Cargill, DP&L, Shelby County Soil and Water Conservation District, Cooperative Extension Service, Emerson Climate Technology, Monsanto, a lot of people that have really helped.
I could take a lot of things away from this class. The reason I took this class is mostly just because I really enjoy science. I really like that it's a growing field. But if I could take something away from this class, it would probably be, I know everyone says this, but the effect that we have on our environment. I mean, if you look around outside, there are so many man-made, we put such a big impact on our environment. So it makes you notice those kinds of things. I really didn't think about it that much before I took this class, and this is the first class that I've ever taken that is like this. So it really made me think. And one thing I really did enjoy was our nature walks. We walked outside and we looked at different, we talked about carbon sequestration and the different things that the plants do, and that's what I really liked, was just being out in nature and the hands-on stuff that we did. So
SEED's really helped me just to see how much we depend on media. And that's also the big thing that I take away from it is we just so often take for granted what the news like C-SPAN and CNN and ABC are all telling us, but we never actually take the time to find out what it is for ourselves. And just actually seeing how we can think independently and review other things, that's just really the biggest thing for me.
The one major thing that's brought to my attention is the environment. I know there was global warming before this class, but I didn't realize how much extent there was to it, and all the issues that they brought to our attention was kind of crazy that I didn't know anything about it. And it gave me a whole new perspective on the environment and what we can do to save it.
When I first started SEED, I wasn't expecting to start SEED. I just needed some extra credit of science, but I'm actually really glad I took it because it was a pretty fun class. And like everyone else has said, it does make you think a lot harder about what your everyday environment, like everything that you do in the everyday environment. There is a lot of pollution, and having this class has kind of brought it to the table, like more for me, because I didn't really know much about it. I just knew, I knew that there was some things wrong, but it was kind of explained more, and I just really enjoyed the class.
Speaking probably for the whole class, but for me also, I think we all, of course, plain and simple, everybody's going to say that. We all look at everything different. I think we all learn so much, and we do understand. We understand a lot of the things way better, and we're learning to think critical thinking. We're learning to just not listen to what somebody says and say, hey, they're right just because they're talking.
It's a very laid-back learning experience. It's something that I can actually get into instead of just sitting in class, just test, homework. It's actually more hands-on, and you actually get more involved in the classrooms, and you actually get to know everybody in the classroom.
It's definitely a more hands-on class, which is something I learned better from hands-on. And definitely the capstone project allows you to think for yourself and be able to come up with different solutions instead of someone telling you what it is. You get to do it yourself and gain a greater knowledge.